BSdiscover. Today I have a video. Today a reaction video. I appreciate all the support on my reaction video. I see that you like my reaction to videos. So today it's about feds expose video of Pooh Shiesty robbing Gucci Mane. Now this has to do with Mac Mullah's video, and I'm doing a reaction on it because it's an interest, and I just want to see, because I've been thinking about Gucci Mane. I heard a lot about him, and I try to keep up with them as much as possible and what they're doing and what's going on. So come on and get into this video.
Cooked. We doing another reaction to it. Shout out to Jake. Pooh Shiesty cooked. I told y'all this was gonna happen. Y'all didn't believe me. When his lawyer first dropped out of the case, I told y'all that he was just lying, telling y'all like, yeah, this is an easy case, no worry. Yeah, you dropped out that case because you ain't want to lose, because you know his ass was cooked. Do your homework on alright? Hopefully this is a wake-up call to everybody who want to be gangster, everybody who think that all this shit is cool. This was gonna happen to your dumb ass. You gonna be the gangsterest, toughest dude in the jail. Folks ain't getting out. He getting at least 25. I ain't gonna lie. He getting at least 20. He might get 30 on.
To the homies at No Jumper, new court filings say Pooh Shiesty poses danger to the community, claims he has shot at least 2 people, opposes bond, and should remain in jail.
Okay, I ain't gonna lie, shit. Sometimes I might be in Dallas a little bit. I don't want to be worried about no Pooh Shiesty.
Rapper Pooh Shiesty is simply too dangerous.
The world is a safer place with his ass in jail.
Rapper's real name is Lontrell Williams Jr. He is asking to be released on bond ahead of his trial. You may remember he and 8 other men, including his father, are accused in the January robbing and kidnapping of his record label owner, Gucci Mane.
Look funny. It's orange
Other
juice.
defendants, including Shiesty's father and rapper Big 30, they're already out on bond. But here's this new filing.
That's because they snitching.
Prosecutors argue Shiesty should not
This lady speaks in slow motion.
be allowed
Nah, for real.
under any
That's that old people shit.
You know, I had every intention on playing that video, but this is my first time listening to it, and I just can't get past how slow she speaks. So I'm just gonna read y'all the documents, because we got shit to do today. We ain't got all this time to be listening to this lady barely get through what she's talking about. Now, this is Pooh Shiesty's motion for de novo review, or basically just to get out of the feds. Now, the introduction is going to be talking about how he got hit with this kidnapping and conspiracy to commit
he might
case on La Gooch. We already know that, right?
Wow. Pooh Shiesty, Gucci Mane. I mean, kidnapping. Was he a danger? Is he a danger? Are we happy to have him off the street? Well, they're paying a lot of attention to the rappers. That I do know. And just hearing about rappers and me just being concerned about certain things that I'm hearing, in which sometimes you may have rappers around you or have rappers coming up, so you're trying to figure out what's going on. And then when things transpire around you or around other people, it makes you even pulling more into conversation like this. And I know Gucci Mane had a lot going on. There was a lot of rumors that he was heavily on drugs and not paying his people and all kinds of stuff. I don't know how true it is, you know, so that was a major input into what people had to say what it do to him losing weight so, you know, rapidly. And we don't know what's going on, but we know a lot of people have turned against Gucci Mane in some shape or form, and we're just trying to figure out what's going on. So let's get a little bit more into this video to see exactly what did transpire.
But it would state he was arrested on April 1st, and nearly 3 months after the alleged
Remember his lawyer? Why would the feds come 3 months later? They don't never do that. The FBI wouldn't come 3 months later if they had a strong case.
And he was later indicted on April 28th. Throughout that entire period, he was on electronic monitoring. His location was known to law enforcement around the clock, and he did nothing to evade scrutiny. He made every check-in, he passed every drug test, he did not run. But, I mean, homie, that's kind of the reason why they're like, no, we ain't letting you out. You did this shit on an ankle monitor.
Exactly.
The PO called you right before you did it, and you were like, oh, yeah, I don't have permission to be here. All right, I'll check in with y'all. Just let me rob Gucci first.
Right.
Now, the judge ordered detention for 4 reasons. What? The weight of evidence against Pooh Shiesty is strong, that Shiesty is a danger to the community, he poses a flight risk, and that no conditions can adequately protect against those concerns. Now, the rest of this document is just basically all the legal verbiage of why he should be released. And, oh, kidnapping, it only, they got to prove this, and we don't feel like they've proved that, whatever. But let's get into the 65-page clapback that the feds filed. Now, this is the government's response.
None of y'all, nobody want to talk about how y'all all thought that he has a case. Oh, Gucci Mane is a snitch. Gucci Mane didn't have to snitch. The shit's on video. They snitched on himself. What the fuck? FBI, open up! Gucci Mane ain't had to tell them folks nothing. It's on, they recorded, they self-robbing him. What the fuck? On an ankle monitor. After he just got out the feds. Man, everybody involved with y'all ass is dumb. And this is why you gotta pick who you hang out with, gang. Because the fact that nobody, his daddy was there. His best friend / cousin, Big 30, was there. His other homie, apparently these was his other homies, was there. Nobody told you that you was tweaking? Nobody told you, like, hey, Mr. Pooh, Mr. Shiesty, sir, I don't think you should, hey, excuse me, Lontrell, you don't even, his own daddy didn't even tell his dumb ass. My daddy would have smacked 5 out of me, gang. As a grown man, if I go in somewhere and try to rob somebody with my dad there, nigga, my daddy would have smacked the fuck out of me, gang. As a 27-year-old grown man, he would have smacked 5, knocked my dumb ass out, took the pistol. I would have woke up at home, nigga. 4 days later, like, what happened? Your daddy didn't even say you tweaking? Your daddy didn't even say, like, these motherfuckers is stupid, bro. Stupid.
Ocean. And immediately they would point out, Shiesty orchestrated an armed kidnapping and robbery while on federal home confinement. Him and 8 co-conspirators perpetrated the armed kidnapping and robbery of 3 victims in a Dallas, Texas recording studio. Shiesty also leads a Memphis-based street gang referred to as the Chopper Gang.
Yep.
At the time of this offense,
remember,
Shiesty...
nobody snitched on you. You told them that. All your songs told them that, dumbass. So have fun. Being the leader of Chopper Gang over with, ain't it?
He resided in North Texas, fulfilling the final months of a 63-month sentence for conspiracy to possess firearms and furtherance of violence and drug trafficking crimes in violation of the feds. Now, Memphis detective Paul Petty previously explained to the courts on May 27th regarding co-defendant Kadarius Waters. The Chopper Gang is Memphis-based clique of the Grape Street Crips that has been known to participate in homicides, robberies, carjackings, firearm offenses, narcotics trafficking. And Shiesty is the co-founder of the gang, which has close to 100 or more members. Now, maybe I just didn't know, but I wasn't aware that Pooh Shiesty was a Grape Street Crip.
I didn't know that either.
Or maybe he's just Chopper Gang, and Chopper Gang has Grape Street members. I don't know. Now, as part of Shiesty's sentence, he's required to reside in
Frisco, my orange juice at home. You know what I'm saying? Sitting here watching this shit.
Wow. So orchestrated to get people to come together to rob, and then in the studio? I mean, is it that bad for rappers? You know, I've been questioning. I already felt and knew whatever the government is doing, and that's not just a fact. Trust me, AI ain't no joke. They have, technology is so much improved, and it could have been what he had, what he taped, and it could have been what somebody else had, or what the government probably had. Also, they, well advanced technology and what the camera can do now. There's no more tricking the camera, really, especially an AI camera. But we are learning that, the government is telling you one thing and doing another, so you don't know what's really going on. But what we do know, that we have a lot of rappers coming against each other, turning against each other to the fact they can't even trust each other in the studio. One person may not pay the other. It has definitely changed the rap game. And just to hear, now I heard of the word chopper before, but I the bike, chopper bikes. But it's interesting how they have gang associated name with that name itself. Wow. I mean, the next thing I begin to wonder, I don't know if, like they say, if he's a Crip. I never heard of that. You know, you heard of other rappers claiming to be, but this is the first time I've heard about that. So like I say, I was quite interested in it, and this is what I like about the video. Definitely is the information they have for us. It's information, we see it in front of our face. Nobody can tell us anything different. That's why I try to make sure I bring this video and this reaction to you, to what I see and what I know that I'm going to benefit from it, and you're going to benefit also from learning. Because knowledge is what? Knowledge gives us more reasoning and understanding on how we need to better present ourselves and those around us. Even you may come across a rapper, don't mean that every rapper is a bad rapper. So come on, let's get back in this video.
Made me a few dollars off this video, you know what I'm saying? So everybody who want to be gangster, come over here to this life. These blueberries good. You can't get no blueberries in jail now. Look, do your homework on antioxidants. Do your homework on freshly squeezed orange juice. Organic oranges. Ooh. Taste it.
And he obviously wasn't allowed to have guns, couldn't associate with people with a criminal record, couldn't consume alcohol or use controlled substances. And unless given specific permission, Shiesty was required to remain at his house, but routinely failed to abide by these conditions throughout the course of his home confinement, assisted in skirting these requirements through the help of collusive VOA employees. Investigators have now learned that Shiesty was involved in an inappropriate relationship with at least one of his VOA case supervisors, and that his VOA employee was actively involved in entering fake day passes that would allow him to travel to unapproved locations while
he was fucking, basically, long story short, he was fucking one of the probation officers, and she thought she was cool as hell, like, yeah, I'll be letting Shiesty get off, and he be giving me some money, and he be,
he was supposed to be confined to his house.
Dumbass lady.
This misconduct extended to the day of the kidnapping itself. On that day, the employee entered 3 day passes, allowing Shiesty to travel, and contacted him 19 times over the course of the day.
That's crazy.
That person was terminated for that conduct. Wait a minute, you're telling me Pooh Shiesty had Shiesty federal employees that were giving him fake passes so that he could leave his home confinement?
That's insane.
So technically he had permission. It was just illegal permission to be out, but does that fall on him? Or does that fall on the employee that was doing things for him? But this right here is where things get crazy. This release, printed by Shiesty's dad at Staples hours before the offense, was later recovered from Shiesty's dad's emails. Gucci refused to sign, and that caused Shiesty to instruct
what did y'all think was going to happen?
His bag. When he did so, he produced an AK-styled pistol described by the victims as a chopper, pointed it at Gucci's head, and repeated his demand until Gucci signed the paper. The co-defendant, DeMarcus Glover, who had entered the recording room as the altercation ensued, blocked the door holding a Draco.
They ain't never gonna play
now,
GTA 6.
This is Gucci. We can see Shiesty, and this is Shiesty's dad right here holding the fucking document.
And a bag, too.
So, this is insane. They literally have the video of this going down, which initially we thought they didn't.
I told y'all.
We thought they didn't have this key piece of evidence, and now we're seeing...
What? Like, here's my question that I'm going to ask y'all. Why do y'all keep doubting the Fed, the FBI? I don't understand. It's like, especially niggas like Jake, who y'all done been to prison. Y'all the ones who taught me that the feds don't play. I ain't never been to fucking prison. I ain't never been to the nigga. Y'all told me that the feds don't play. Y'all taught me that if the feds come, you're cooked. So why every time the feds come get one of these rappers, y'all have so much hope that they gonna get out and the case is weak? No. Obviously, they not gonna come until they got your dumb ass already, bro. They already got you, twin. As soon as they come knocking, FBI, open up! You're done. From that moment on, you're done. Take a plea deal, nigga. As soon as you can. Take the best deal you could get, because you're out of here. It's over with. That just is what it is, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I don't know what else to fucking tell y'all. You thought the feds was gonna come and lock all these niggas up for all these serious-ass crimes.
Wow. So, okay. I like how he's stressed how, why? You know why? Because it's fast money to them. It's quick money. It's a fast life. Obviously, there's people who's getting away. The only way somebody is going to keep following these rappers, because there is a rapper who has actually gotten away with the things that he's doing himself. You know, just like sleeping with the FBI agent, having people into their pockets and whatnot so he can get away with certain things. Being able to have them sign off to make sure he goes to places he's not supposed to go to. So obviously, and I know it, that somebody they're not going to snitch on is capable of surviving. They will only do it because they see people survive. Some people don't matter the temporary loss, you know, because the gratification that they got is receiving all that they have, you know. And whether he knows how to budget his money or budget his time, which is important. Your time is very important because there's more money to be made. If I'm not going to make it here with Gucci Mane, I could go somewhere else. But what we're realizing is the danger that is involved in the rap, because the power is there. They're giving power. People give them the power. As you can see, they're giving the power. He was given the power by FBI agents to do what he want to do. However, there is repercussions on everyone's part. She got fired. His day is coming. And trust and believe, because the FBI finally see and notice that they have to worry about those other FBIs, it's a plus for many standing by. Now let's get back into this video.
They ain't had no evidence. No, that is not how it works, bro. Y'all taught me that. So why y'all, like, what the fuck? Why y'all surprised?
They have it. The weight of the evidence against Shiesty is extraordinarily strong. And this is crazy because we all thought
no, we did. Y'all
the case
did.
could be weak.
No, we did.
His lawyer came out and said, look, there's no video, there's no guns that have been recovered, there's no jewelry that's been
recovered. And then I remember it was one video I told y'all when Lil Durk got arrested. They said the same shit. No, there's no video, there's no this, there's no that. I said, you don't think the feds are going to present more evidence in the paper? Oh, Matt, you so stupid. That's not how it works. The feds got to give you all the evidence, then you get arrested. Y'all ass dumb, gang. See, I go on Google. I just Google shit. I read, I research. And I know. They just going to keep adding. This is probably not even all the evidence. This is just the evidence that they're using to keep him. The trial ain't started yet. It's just the evidence they using to be like, dog, he shouldn't get a bond, Your Honor. And I guarantee you, that bond shit is over with. I ain't gonna lie, everything is over with. He's cooked. I don't understand. How you gonna go rob a nigga, take all this shit, and then record it? Okay, all this shit, all this evidence While you on an ankle monitor, so you got put at the crime by the ankle monitor. You got associated with the crime by everybody else around you having the guns and all that shit. You got witnesses to the crime because you robbed some people. Why did you? What made you think that this shit was a good idea? I just don't like. What the fuck are you? What are you smoking? What's your IQ, my nigga? Like, fuck. Do you know 2 + 2, bro? Like, damn. That's after you like. I just don't get it, bro. What the fuck did you think was gonna happen? You feel me? What for what? What did you think was gonna happen? And the crazy part about it is if Big dumbass ain't recorded. And if they wouldn't have robbed them people, if they would have just went in that studio, made Gucci Mane sign that shit with a gun up under here like this and tucked the gun and then ran out the studio, they probably would have never got arrested and he probably would have been out their contract. Unless Gucci snitched. Which he probably wouldn't have did. Because it wouldn't have been evidence in the first place. So it's like, I don't know.
Covered, like we don't have any of this. They haven't tied my client to it. But the feds are like, nah, we got you. The brunt of Shiesty's argument in favor of his pretrial release is premised on his perception that the weight of the evidence in this case does not support detention.
Yeah, whatever.
The fact includes the cooperation of all 5 victims and witnesses, cell phone location data, and surveillance video placing the co-conspirators at the scene, and the video that Big 30 filed of RD, Roderick Davis, aka the Gooch, in the recording room being forced to declare that Pooh Shiesty was dropped from the label and released from the contract. The judge called this evidence strong, and on April 8th, on a record that did not yet include the release paperwork of the video, both have now been recovered. So I don't know if Shiesty planned this prior, we don't know this, but Big 30 thought he was doing his big one by recording Gucci saying, hey, I'm releasing him from the contract. And this video apparently not only shows somebody with a gun, shows a little bit more than they wanted it to show. This video was recovered, even though Big 30 apparently smashed or attempted to get rid of the phone.
That's not how it works, you fucking idiot.
Get it. Among other evidence,
bro, like, are y'all cannot be this stupid. That's not how that works. You think you could... You think in 2026, you think that you could record something on your phone or send an Instagram message or send a text message, and you think because you deleted it and destroyed the phone that the feds can't get it? That's not how it works, you dumbass. When you upload something, you post something, you record something, anything you do on your phone for the most part is recorded to a cloud. Not the cloud in the sky, because I know we talking to some slow people, okay? Not the clouds that's in the sky that make the rain come down. No. The internet cloud, okay? You ever heard of iCloud? That's what that is. It's a cloud, meaning it's a server. And this server tracks everything you do on that fucking phone. Every message, every call, every FaceTime, every video, every picture. And the only thing that the feds have to do is figure out what number you may have had. And that's easy, because they could just go and see, okay, this is the time of the crime. What phones pinged at this location at this time of the crime? Okay, let's say it's 10 phones. We're going to forensically dissect all 10 phones, and we're going to see what videos. Bro, it's 2026. They don't even have to do this shit manually no more. They can just have AI do it. Hey, tell AI, I want to dissect all of these 10 of these phones. Try to find me any videos taken on April whatever day of the crime is. Boop. 10 minutes go by, this shit right here. Like, y'all, like, it's like, give it up, bro. It's 20, like, bro. Give up this crime, this gang banging, this shit. Your ass gonna be dead or in jail. It's not 1916 no more, bro. It's 2026. There's nothing you finna do. You're not about to do what you think you finna do to really get away with it for real. Maybe steal a pizza. You ain't gonna get away with it. They just don't give a fuck enough to charge you. But you're not about to do no armed robbery, no attempted murder, no shooting, no murder. You're not about to do no shit like that and think you finna get away with it. Especially you're a famous. Let me shut up because this shit.
The government's case includes not one, but 5 cooperating victims and witnesses. Shiesty's motion erroneously asserts that the sum total of the government's case rests solely on a single victim, Gucci, who he further claims has now publicly recanted. Preliminary, it is telling that Shiesty provides no exhibits, evidence, context, or citations to support the repeated assertion in his filing.
10 minutes go by this shit right here. Like, y'all, like, give it up, bro. It's 20, like, bro, give up this crime, this gang banging, this shit. Your ass gonna be dead or in jail. It's not 1916 no more, bro. It's 2026. There's nothing you finna do. You're not about to do what you think you finna do to really get away with it for real. Maybe steal a pizza. You ain't gonna get away with it. They just don't give a fuck enough to charge you. But you're not about to do no armed robbery, no attempted murder, no shooting, no murder. You're not about to do no shit like that and think you finna get away with it. Especially you're a famous. Let me shut up because this shit.
The government's case includes not one, but 5 cooperating victims and witnesses. Shiesty's motion erroneously asserts that the sum total of the government's case rests solely on a single victim, Gucci, who he further claims has now publicly recanted. Preliminary, it is telling that Shiesty provides no exhibits, evidence, context, or citations to support the repeated assertion in his filing that any victims of this offense has publicly recanted, aside from...
Yes. What I say, AI. Trust me, AI. And the cloud itself. Yes, not the cloud above, but the cloud. So, you can't erase, and I was just speaking about this on some platform. You can erase whatever you thought that you recorded and trust and believe the FBI can retrieve it. You could think that you totally got rid of it. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Even down to the fact that they can see everything you do. But like he said, they really don't care about that part. They're trying to get into deeper situations. Catching you at a point that you think you're going to get away. Even allow you to get away sometimes. But when they get you, they got a book on you. So, what's going on? I mean, did you think Gucci Mane has something to do with him being arrested? Besides the evidence that is against him, did he snitch? Was it worth it? Are we going to find out in this video? Because it was also said that maybe he did, but we don't know. But let's get back in the video. But I do want to stress, I see he's upset and expressing his concerns because he's like trying to let you know that no matter, but when it comes to the street, everything is temporary satisfaction is what I can get now. That's the way they're thinking. And if I could survive, how long I survive, how long, whether it's a year, whether it's 2 years, to them is better than not having, but having. And that's something that they're going to have to deal with on learning how to still get what they want, survive until they get it. But until then, we're going to keep coming against our own understanding of trying to understand. When we question ourselves, we're coming against what we believe in. And what we believe in is that you can actually work for the things you want. But yet, every rapper has proven things differently on their own accord. There's repercussions. And we're learning about it. Depending if they get it the right way or the wrong way. He's stressed. Let's get back into this video.
Preliminary, it is telling that Shiesty provides no exhibits, evidence, context, or citations to support the repeated assertion in his filing that any victims of this offense has publicly recanted, aside from his conclusory assertions of the same. Again, this is all like legal bullshit. We know Gucci didn't recant. Gucci dropped a diss song explaining the whole fucking thing. So how the fuck is anyone thinking that Gucci recanted his statement when he dropped a diss song literally dissing Shiesty and Big 30, calling him a big flunky? In fact, the paperwork states the government is presently unaware of any statements made by any of the victims that in any way challenge the consistent narrative provided to law enforcement.
Yep,
and in April of 2020...
Now, he hasn't, this nigga Jake has not said one time that Pooh Shiesty was stupid. His whole video, he ain't said Pooh Shiesty was stupid. He ain't called Big 30 stupid. He ain't called his daddy stupid. But he wants to focus in on the fact that Gucci Mane told the police what happened. This is what's wrong with this dumbass community, with these dumbass niggas. This is this dumbass thought process that y'all think makes so much sense. I thought it made sense at a point in time, too. Yeah, you ain't supposed to snitch. Yeah, no snitching, yeah. Bro. This is a grown-ass, 40-plus-year-old grown-ass man with kids and a wife with tens of millions of dollars to his name. He's supposed to call the police. He's supposed to tell them what happened. Who cares if he recanted? It doesn't matter if he recanted or not. It's on video. So why the fuck does that matter, what he said to the police or what he didn't say? It's on video. He don't have to say a shit. It's 4 or 5 other victims. They said it. He doesn't have to say anything. Him snitching or not snitching does not matter. And telling and snitching is not the same thing. Snitching would be if Big 30 went in there and told what happened. That's snitching. You can't call me a snitch and I'm the one that got robbed, dumbass. I didn't snitch. I'm the victim. How the fuck am I? And, man, I ain't finna keep saying the same shit. I've been saying the same shit for I don't know how long, bro. If y'all still stuck on stupid to the point where y'all think this shit makes sense, then God bless you.
6, after each co-conspirator had been apprehended, investigators conducted follow-up interviews with all 5 cooperating witnesses and victims. Each remained consistent with their prior accounts and reaffirmed their cooperation with the prosecution. So they're not only saying, look, we don't have any statements of any of them saying this didn't happen. They're saying, look, we doubled back and re-interviewed the victims, and all of them are saying, y'all did it. Gucci Mane doubled back and told twice.
Why are you putting so much emphasis on this?
Initially, he told again. Now, apparently, they also got some cell phone text messages. In this case, Shiesty used the cell phone to send text to Gucci coordinating the meeting. He encouraged Big 30 to capture Gucci's verbal release of contract using Big 30's cell phone, and he sent a call to arms to a group chat containing Chopper Gang members using an encrypted cell phone message application, Signal. So I just said previously, we don't know if Shiesty told 30 to do it. Apparently he did. He said, hey, you finna record this shit. And now that's one of the biggest pieces of evidence against him. I mean, this is getting bad. We're starting to see how much evidence they have. And you gotta understand, this is like watching a sports game play out, right? Or a UFC fight, right? Whoever you got winning, like, oh, I want him to win. And now you're starting to see the other team score or the other fighter whoop him, and you're like, damn, his chances of winning seem to be getting smaller and smaller and smaller because more and more and more shit are starting to come to light. But here, the feds are painting Shiesty as a violent felon, unwilling and unable to follow court-imposed rules.
Yeah, he proved
On
that
the date
already.
of the kidnapping and robbery, Shiesty was still serving his 63-month sentence. The conduct behind this prosecution and subsequent conviction was prolonged and severe and included Shiesty shooting individuals on 2 separate occasions. Shiesty and his Chopper Gang affiliates have been on law enforcement's radar since at least 2018. In December of 2019, Memphis police officers executed a search warrant at Shiesty's residence and found him sitting on a Glock 22 pistol, along with a 50-round drum magazine loaded with approximately 24 rounds, marijuana, and a bunch of money. In July of 2020, Shiesty reportedly threw fireworks at a gas station and drove away and returned in the same vehicle, at which point an occupant of the vehicle shot at the gas station. So these dudes are just trying to blow shit up on some Grand Theft Auto shit. Why would you be throwing fireworks at a gas station?
Because they're dumb, retarded ass special ed kids.
On October 9th of 2020, Shiesty drove a lime green McLaren with a fellow chopper gang leader to commit an armed robbery. This was the case that he went to prison for. Shiesty ultimately...
I don't know what y'all expected. The nigga, did you hear what he said? He was in a bright green... He was in a bright green McLaren in Miami, in a rental car, pretty sure. Riding around, trying to buy some shoes from a nigga. Robbed the shoe man while he rich. He had like $100-something thousand on him at the time. Why are you robbing people for shoes and codeine and weed? Just dumb special ed kids. What else did you like? You feel me? What other way would you describe this? As the special ed kid. He talking about he threw fireworks and then left, came back. What, nigga, this ain't no RP server. Like,
shot one victim with his Draco, his fellow
This is why I don't react to shit like this no more. I'm just reacting to it because this is like mainstream news. If they talk about it on the news, I said I'll react to it, but you ain't really finna, because this shit is just dumb. Like, it's just dumb, bro. It's just dumb. Like, what are you doing? What are we talking about? Just stupid ass. How long is this video? Shit, I'm trying to get this over with. Shit, we got 4 more minutes. Shit,
shot a second, and the entire incident was caught on video. If this pattern of violence was not enough, in May of 2021, while out on state bond, Shiesty shot a security guard at a club as he and his entourage were being removed from the venue. Prior to this assault, Shiesty had performed at this very club and had traveled.
Like the young man said, he has all this money. I could feel his frustration. It's like, why are we continually going over hearing about this for years? It's just rappers, doing things that are unexpected either to each other or other individuals. But what we are learning is something that I wouldn't even think of. Is like, if you got all this money, why are you taking? So has the balance changed in a person? You're making this money, you're doing things. Actually, what is being exposed is something that can't be done. Nobody can change overnight. I don't care. You'll put the mic down for a minute until you pick it up again, until you get that great deal, However, do you see all the in-between? Do you see, like they say, gravy? Until gravy on top of rice. Do you see everything that's being made, that we probably wouldn't even think, if I got all this money, why am I trying to rob somebody? It's because of the nature. It's because of, I can get it. I get it out the mud. I'm going to go after it. I don't know if he wants to go to jail. Some people feel safer in jail. Some people go to jail just to go to jail. Because they're safer in jail than what they are on these streets. I really don't know. It's a give and it's a take. And you know what? We're going to get into this video because, like I say, why would you rob somebody when you got that kind of money? Throw him some cash. He's happy. You made a reputation for yourself. There got to be something else going on. It could be tit for tat, opinion. What do you think? Let's get back into this video.
This performance armed. Now, Shiesty's street resume looks amazing if he's talking to the homies, but on federal papers, the shit looks fucking terrible. Now, the feds would quadruple down, saying no condition of release can protect the community or the witnesses against Shiesty from the danger he poses.
I agree.
The danger here is concrete. Shiesty himself has shot at least 2 people across 2 separate incidents.
Yeah.
He leads a Memphis street gang of roughly 100 members, a gang that, as a Memphis gang detective has already testified, commits homicides, robberies, carjackings, and firearm and drug offenses. And when a business dispute did not go his way, he resolved it by luring the other side to Texas and putting a gun to a man's head. This is an individual who uses deception and violence to get his way.
Shiesty.
And that is why Shiesty is one of the top rappers of 2026. Because that's what the fans like. They like to hear you're with the shit and you'll put a Draco to Gucci's head and completely kill whatever reputation Gucci had. And, you know, they want you to be free, but if you get life plus a big 30 on top of that, they're all just going to forget about you. Exactly. They'll say free Shiesty for a couple of years.
The fans like it because it's entertaining. It's not because they actually like killers, no, or robbers. No, they just can't believe that most people just can't believe you this fucking stupid. If Barack Obama, if a newscast came out that Barack Obama is sliding on ops and shooting niggas, that's gonna get millions of views, right? But not because people love the fact that he robbed a nigga or he loved the fact that he shot a nigga. It's because we can't believe that Barack Obama, out of all people, really went and did that shit. Then it's on video and all. We can't believe this shit. Like, we like, what? He did what? You get what I'm saying? So, people go listen to the music because the music is like, wow. Like, now that I know he really did this shit, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And he's going to get a whole bunch of views. He's going to get millions of views for a long time. And then a few months later, your ass is going to be in prison, gang. You just in prison sitting there looking fucking stupid, cold as hell, eating noodles. So if that's worth it to you, have at it, nigga. Have fun. Me personally, I like my air-conditioned house. You know what I'm saying? It's so loud right here. I'm about to roll up. I'm eating blueberries and orange juice, nigga. It's early in the day. Might take a nap after this. I don't know. Go upstairs to my home theater, watch a movie or something. Drink a little wine. Got PS5 right here. GTA 6 coming out soon. You know, Madden coming out. 2K. The new Wolverine game coming out. That bitch gonna be turned. You know what I'm saying? I'm chilling. I'm having a good old life, nigga. So yeah, if you want to go get your dumb ass locked up for a few million Instagram, YouTube views, good luck, buddy.
That they're gonna go listen to somebody else.
And on top of all that, you still signed a Gucci, man. So you ain't even gonna really be getting no money for real. Like, I'm fucking retarded. I'm trying to tell you, man.
Listen, this is the sad reality of crashing out.
Yeah.
While Shiesty may be a solidified gangster,
what's that get you though?
This is where it takes you.
Exactly.
And if you want to follow in these footsteps and have the reputation he has,
go ahead.
Be prepared for facing forever in federal prison, because that's what comes with it.
Yep.
And it's so bad that apparently one of Gucci's security guards even emailed the judge begging for Shiesty not to get released. Dear Judge, this is CW, a victim and survivor from the incident that occurred on January 10th, 2026. First, I want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to provide my statement and response regarding the decision at hand concerning the bond for Shiesty. I respectfully ask that Shiesty remain remanded with no bond due to the safety concerns for myself and my family. Shiesty was aware that I am a vested retired police officer, and that knowledge did not stop him from committing these actions. Because of this, I am deeply concerned about what he may attempt to do if he is released. Out of all the victims involved in this case, I am the only one who lives in Texas, and I am extremely fearful of his ability to reach me or my family if he is granted bond. His actions show a disregard for the safety and well-being of others. These alleged crimes were committed while he was already under government-monitored release, which raises serious concerns for me about what would prevent him from causing further harm if given another opportunity. Prior to this incident, Shiesty was given a second chance and was granted bail/bond with monitoring conditions. Despite those conditions, he is once again accused of committing another crime that resulted in a person being shot. My wife and I are both afraid of what his mindset may be if he is released. since the incident, I have found myself constantly watching vehicles passing by my home, worried that he or someone connected to him may attempt to harm me or my family. I have young children, and because of this fear, I have limited their ability to go outside and enjoy normal activities as they should. Judge, I respectfully ask that you consider the safety and security of my family and me when making your decision regarding bond. I believe keeping Shiesty detained is necessary to protect us and prevent further harm. I'm going to call it right now. I don't think he's ever going to be released out on bonds.
Never.
I don't think he's going to be released
at all.
I don't know, for the next 10 to 15 years.
10 to 15?
That's being nice about it.
Yeah,
if I'm being honest, I don't think Shiesty's coming home off this case. There's 5 people saying he
gonna get life.
There's now a video that's been recovered. They have a shitload of
Now, remember, y'all condemned me and said that I'm bogus for wishing that he get life in jail, but did you hear that? That man, that's a grown man with a wife and kids, bro. You think he not hoping he get life? You think his kids don't hope that he get life? You think his wife is not hoping that he never gets out, so they don't have to worry about this shit no more? So they don't have to worry about him coming and shoot that nigga. That nigga's such a loose screw boy. He might blow your house up. You feel me? So there's nothing wrong with wishing life on killers, robbers, and shooters. The world will be a great, special place. You know what I'm saying? The Texas area is so much more safe with niggas like Pooh Shiesty and his dumbass homies locked up than if they still out. So I don't give no fuck what your dumbass think is cool or what you think is not cool. I don't care, bro. Somebody lied to your dumbass and told you that all this shit was cool. That's why you believe it. You didn't wake up thinking that killing somebody was cool. Somebody told your dumbass that, and you listened to them. So
evidence. I don't see how any lawyer is going to be able to dumb this shit down.
They can't.
And we'll just have to wait.
He might have to say he'd be better off just saving his money. Ain't even no point of paying no lawyer. Take your ass in there and see what they'll get you to plea deal for. You'd be lucky if you get 30, 40 years, nigga. Better than life.
Wow. Well, what you think? I mean, do you think people are interested in him only because of they can't believe he done it, or just watching his every move, or they intrigued by the changes and the challenges? I mean, especially when it comes to rappers, how they survive, because we heard so much. I mean, you know, it interests me only because of the names involved. These aren't just any rapper. These rappers are well-known rappers. You have one rapper investing in another rapper. There's an outcome. In the outcome, there was violent moves that were made. And now, since evidence has come into existence, it's even worse when there's an off-duty police officer or a retired one who was in a certain place at a certain time and is able to give a statement which doesn't look good for what may become of the outcome, whether he be released or what. Now, how do I feel? Well, like anybody else, you want to make sure if everyone is safe. You don't know the outcome. I cannot give a version of what I expect of him because every individual is different, and that's why you have to separate yourself. Because there's been rappers around me, I don't know where they've been, what they do. I know a lot are coming up. So it's a question. Even as I separate myself, there's a question of how far they would go, what they would do to achieve. And why these videos are coming my way, I don't know. It's far more of an answer for people to understand. But it's awakening a lot of people to understanding that as much as we appreciate the music, a lot of people are now learning to not just appreciate the music, but learn about their livelihood and how it affects their reactions in their neighborhoods with their families. And because you put so much money into them, a lot of people put a lot of money into these rappers, to keep them where they are when they are above being smaller than what is around them. They got bigger names, they got bigger outcomes, they got bigger things going on. Most of them got gangs they haven't even walked away from. And this is nothing new to a lot of us. But the only thing is, like the young man said, who know what AI is doing? But trust, I've done my research. That's why I tell a lot of people, you probably think you didn't get caught, but you don't know who they after. Because if they wanted you, trust and believe, they can get you. Trust and believe that. Nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. Let me be the first to admit that. But how far will you go is the question. To survive. What are you willing to do? This man had a lot of money on him. Went to buy a pair of sneakers, but because of the reputation, and like I said in many discussions, our question is, okay, you rap, you say you changed, you gave your life around, you're watching kids, you're doing after school programs. A lot of these rappers invest a lot into our children. A lot of our children are following them. So do not be shocked on what is being exposed, but be shocked on the change that needs to be exposed so that we can grant greater access to our children, and our children can have greater access in these streets. Because if you reach one, you teach one. I'd rather reach one and teach one. Even if I fall, I'll teach you how to get up. But how many of y'all have not had until you had? I didn't go and try to rob anybody. You ain't go and try to rob anybody. We're not judging, we're looking and we're learning. And you can pat yourself on the back if you made it. But right now, all these are new ideas. And these new ideas, this new AI, this new wave of everything that's going on, these changes. Doors are what? Closing, and doors are opening up. Which door are you going after? Now, this is my reaction video. How do I feel about this? Like I said, I've been waiting for the chance to get the exposure on what's really going on, and really knowing what's going on in the street, and really knowing whether they change once they become rappers. And it is a category of some. It's not all, but it can affect all, especially when it comes to the children. I hope you like this action video. And this reaction, I have to say action because there's a lot of action to it. And the reaction, what will you do tomorrow when you wake up and hear that he may be in jail? Do you believe everything, all the evidence against him? Replay the video. I'm going to put the original video in so that you can see it. Until next time, BSdiscover.